Hi, my name is Jamie and McFarlane. I love to play the piano. I love music. In 2019, no, the latter part of 2018, like December, I fell out of a tree. And I noticed that there were some pains in my back. I started to fidget. I My nerves start to act up. But us men, we have these little pains. Drink little tea, burst the gas, and I just didn't pay any mind to it. And I was encouraged to get this thing checked out because it started to get worse. And I went into the hospital, said, I think I have an issue with my spine. Did an X-ray, didn't see anything. I told them that there is something wrong with my body because I'm feeling it. So they referred me to a private doctor. Sent me back to the hospital and they did a MRI, colored MRI. They put some dye in my veins. And after the MRI was done, they saw what they call a tumor in my spine. In order to receive treatment for this tumor, I had to be flown overseas to a hospital called Mount Sinai. They withdrew fluids from my spine. They needed to test it first before they can conclude what they're gonna do. And they said it was a 5% chance of it going good. No, it was a 95% chance of it going good, but 5% chance of it going wrong. And let's just say that 5% was greater than the 95%. Normally when they do a tap of your spine, they try to put a bandage in some form or type of way to close it back up, but the bandage they did for me didn't stick. So my spine started to leak out fluids, and that caused striking pains in my head. I felt like my head was gonna blow. I couldn't stand up, so I had to be on the hospital bed every day. To use the restroom, they had to tie up a bag so I could move around or even use the restroom. I couldn't do anything. I can say that I saw God's love, but it was not from the beginning. I actually started to get depressed because the enemy was telling me, Jamie, you're 20, 27. You're not married. You don't have any kids. And this issue can affect your mobility. You can be paralyzed from this situation. I already had that dealing with from the get-go. And being at Mount Sinai, just having these things happen during these issues, I got even more depressed because I'm like, things are going wrong on top of things going wrong. And, I had to ask the question, God, where are you? And my mom sent me one scripture. I can't remember where it's taken from. But it literally said, rejoice evermore. She reminded me of a sermon that I did in East End. And the topic was rejoice evermore. And the more I thought about the sermon itself, was the more it spoke to me. The scripture says rejoice evermore, but it didn't give conditions as to when you're supposed to rejoice. And I said to myself, God, how am I supposed to rejoice when I'm in the bed, can't move? I can't be a young man anymore. I'm 28, but I'm 50. And the scripture kept saying it, rejoice evermore. You have a mouth, rejoice evermore. And through prayers of the families, through support, I just felt, as the song says, God took me and wrapped me in his arms. So someone who is going through this situation, I know it is hard. I know it is hard because I felt like giving up. I felt like I did give up. But keep people who are positive around you in your life. And most of all, remember that when you're not strong enough to hold on to God, just be reminded that He's holding on to you. Hold on to that and let that be your drive as you go through whatever it is that you may go through. Whether it's a loss of a family member, a loss of something that was very beneficial to you, whatever it is. As the song says, Lord, I'm not worthy enough to come to you. Can you please come down to me? And just be reminded that He will. If you can remember that through anything you go through, I promise you'll make it through everything and anything this life will throw at you.